Hello, everybody. Uh, yeah. Um, First of all, I want to say hi to everybody, and second of all, welcome to the new journey of growth, Jupiter. Last night I got waken like almost 45 minutes or so before Jupiter enters Aries. It's kind of like a receiving that energy. It was very, very good to be awake during this time. Here was a 1:22 a.m. in Bulgaria, and um, it's a lot of new energy. It's a lot of new things. It's a lot of uh, new beginnings that based of you. And I decided to make this video about the face mask. Why would I do that? Uh, and it came out to me last morning when I was awakened, waiting this Jupiter, and it hits me like a ton of bricks. For I have that quote here. For right now, that quote says "just do," but it's much more than that. And here I want to talk to you about what I mean by the face mask. Since this is a new beginning, a new growth, we have a lot of face masks. We're wearing a face mask at work, we are wearing a face mask at home to please everybody. We wearing a face mask in relationships. We wearing a face mask with parents. I mean, pretty much having a face mask with everything. So we're trying to fit in to the place where we are. And the only thing we don't fit in is our own self. The lack of being in your own self. And this problem with the face mask, I hopefully you're gonna be learning about these face masks inside of you and remove them. Because once you remove the face mask, you will find something very strange that happens into you. You're not going to worry about what the boss is going to say to you. You're not going to worry about what at home they're going to telling to you. You're not going to worry about what parents would tell you. You will not want to worry any of this. You're just going to have now that you're going to shift that energy of your face mask and the energy of you kind of like keep that face mask on now available to you to be something more, to be your own self. So instead of protecting yourself and hiding yourself and pleasing others and be something that you are not just because of life or society, all of a sudden you'll find yourself in a different state for. So a lot of the face mask you're wearing because you're getting used to it. Maybe you're having a face mask because you grow up in a certain environment. Maybe you're wearing a mask because of events in your life that you don't know not to wearing it. Maybe somebody somehow in the relationship or a culture or religion or whatever your situation might be, you have that face mask that you kind of like, I have to wear it in order I can move on in life. But you feel like something is not right. You're looking for one thing. You're looking for your happiness. You're looking to be happy. You're looking for things. That was few years back when I catch up this face mask on me. And Josh, yep, the mask is very crucial at this point. Yes, it's crucial at this point, but it's time to grow up, Josh. It's time to grow up and rebuild ourselves and with something new. And this is why I'm making this video, because Jupiter now and Aries, it's a new beginning. Okay, Mars is gonna comes into Aries, and that's gonna be the power of rebirth. Okay, and these face masks we talk about, it's time to fall off. It is time to fall off. Years back, I took off my mask about love, and somebody asked me, "But why you love me?" And the answer was this quote up here, and I'm just gonna show it to you the full thing. I will show you what I mean. Love has no reason. When asked why, the answer, I don't know. I just do. Because love doesn't come from the mind to know, but from the heart to feel. Here is, if you have a reason to love somebody, you have a face mask. Okay, I want to talk to you about this face mask of love, because once you remove this face mask inside of you about love, that face mask is going to fade out. You're going to learn the love the way it is. You're going to feel the unconditional love. And when somebody asks you why you love me, and you're like, I just love you. I don't know why. I just love you. You love because you already removed that face mask of yourself, and you're not afraid of what other people will do. You reach that 100% out of love to say, this is who I am. It is what it is. It's time for me to be happy. I want to be happy. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for joining. Josh, thanks for joining in. And that mask is giving you this power inside of it, because now you understand you don't have to have a reasons to love somebody. I mean, you don't have a reasons for somebody looking good, or somebody is um, they may be sexual, or maybe they giving you something, or they, no, you have no more reasons to love. You love because you love. Okay, when that face mask come off, you're going to feel a completion within you. And when I'm saying a completion from within, I'm talking about that you will understand the full power of yourself about love. Okay. And when somebody's asking you why you love me, and your answer is, I don't know, I just do. Okay. Then they will be shocked, because they don't know what that is. Because guess what? They have a face mask to maintain. And within Twin Flames, this is going to be a very big challenge for, because if you ask him why you love me, and they're, well, I love you because of this or that, or you might not even going to bother and ask. But uh, if you do, and they don't know the answer, or they don't want to tell you, or something, that's mean they haven't done the inner work about love. That inner work of, I love you just because I love you. Not a reason, it's not a something. And this is the 100% love. But if there is a face mask in there, you're gonna beat your head against the wall, because that face mask maybe have some couple of face masks behind. You took one, you took another. It's a layers. It's the onion layers on the top of the face, and it is about you to recognize that if you don't love, and you don't know why you love, you just love, then you have completed this cycle in you. But if you love someone or something, and because of some reason for it, then you still have a layers to took off from you. Okay, and this is one of the biggest message for me to you in this new cycle. I want to challenge you. I wanted to challenge you to take off these masks away from you, because those are the masks they prevent you to succeed in life. Those are the masks that they don't help you to be happy, and those are the masks that you hiding your true self. Those are the masks that stealing your energy of life, and those are the face masks that prevent you to know yourself at your full potential. First of all, as a human being, and second of all, as a soul. That's why this message right now for the face masks, it is important. Okay. Another thing about the face mask is take a look at your relationships of all the spheres of your life. Uh, did you present yourself one way and then all of a sudden it's whole thing it's another way? Do you have a fear of talking to people you don't know? Do you have a fear of expressing yourself in the front of a boss? Do you have a fear of kind of like getting to a positions that you are forced to do something else and you don't feel comfortable with doing it? Take a look the situations the way they are, because you are going to have that moment of that movie with um, geez, I forgot what the name is, but the picture just popped out. The Tom Cruise when he was, if somebody can help me out, he was a sports agent, and um, he wrote the essay about his job, how this is so, you know, not proper, how this thing is could be a totally different way. And they fired him, and he had like last 12 hours to do something. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for being here. And that was his crash moment when he took off the face mask of himself out. And he went out to and screaming in the office that he was, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? And I'm going to take the fish with me. And he got the fish from the fish tank. And there was the one person who come with him. That was the person who was close to him. And down the road, he learned in that movie that the face mask, it has to come off. The face mask has to come down and be without the face mask. So for some of you, there's going to be some face mask that you wait for somebody else to take off their face mask and show their true self to you. You're probably waiting for the runner, because usually the runner is afraid of taking that face mask as a twin flame and show up who they truly are, because you ain't going to accept their true self, because they are opposite of you. You're not accepting your oppositions. If you create this ideal inside of you, and they're totally opposite, and you got issues for it, you need to understand twin flames are two opposite things. They're not, they're part of the same soul, but two opposite situations. And either way, or the one or the other, they're going to have a face mask. But the face mask about the most important thing in twin flames is love. And when that face mask of love falls down, you will know to love without reason. You will love without not things that comes up. And love solves all the issues. So if that mask hasn't fallen off, what it is. If you remember it in that movie, gosh, I wish I remember what was the name of the movie. That girl, he teamed up with her about to work together, and uh, she had a little son with the glasses, and he was a very nice, cute boy. And he understood that he has to come back and confess his love to her without, issues. But they have to work the issues out and about sides and about situations. There was a lot of aggravations. There was a lot of things. But in the movie, as a character, he had to fall that mask off for. In some of the cases, if your twin flame is masculine, they will keep their mask on. If they're feminine energy, they would understand that the reason the masculine runs away, it's because the mask is on. And again, it is about this. Love has no reason. When I ask why, the answer is I don't know. I just do. And when you just do, you become that love. You. If you find yourself you cannot answer this question, take a leap of faith and see what's going to happen if I show my true self. Because you need to understand that the twin flames that now we get into this new cycle of relationships because of Jupiter and Mars and Venus, they all kind of like finish cycles. That's mean new cycles coming up for us. Um, Plus, on top of it, we're getting to the retrograde season now. Mercury is coming retrograde, and Saturn's coming in, and uh, Neptune, Uranus, and so on and so on. But we're talking about that Jupiter does this every 12 years. Okay. So, on these 12 years, take a look how many face masks did you took off and recognize that the face masks don't help you. They have no reasons to be in your life from now on. And the reason is because those face masks, they prevent you from happy life. They steal your energy, they steal these things. So if you guys have any questions coming up and talk about it. But what's going to happen, for example, if you're honest at work and you do your things at work, now the people they know you're trustworthy, so that's why you do things. What's going to happen in a home? You're trustworthy. Everybody's going to know your things, your boundaries, your situations, and guess what? There is going to be no false things inside. What's going to happen if you're true with your partner? It's going to have a true partnership. What's going to happen if you go ahead and tell your parents the truth? That they've been messing up with you, they've been messing up your life, and they have to rethink what they did to you. Instead of you putting this face mask and you present yourself like the good son and the good daughter, something like that. What could have been? You become your true self. Your true self that you're suppressing with all those face masks. You sabotaged yourself with those face masks. And if you recognize this, you're sabotaging everything else around you. Your parents is sabotaging, your kids may be sabotaging, your husband, your lover, or your twin flame. It's worse because down there with the twin flame connections, things are even down right there in the twin flames. The face mask have to fall off. You want to be true with your twin flame, the face mask has to come off one way or another. Okay, it take you maybe 5 lifetimes, maybe take you one lifetime, but The biggest reason that a lot of the people are not together is because of those face masks they're on. This pretending, this lack of truth, lack of clarity. Josh, took me 2 years to get rid of most. Yes, it's gonna take you a long time. Why? Because you have to recognize it in yourself and do a lot of inner work. The average psychology, when it comes in and works with this, I stated that before, they don't recognize the soul as the part of, they look at more uh, in this psychology evaluations. So the psychology evaluations, they evaluating the lower self that has face mask. Okay, but if you have a face mask in your lower self, then you have a face mask in your higher self. But the higher self, once you awaken, it says like, what are these things you put in on me? I don't need these things. I don't need this face mask. I don't need to pretend all this crap. I want to be the truth. And here we go. It's your internal fight. So if you have a face mask, the biggest face mask that you probably wear, the reason is because of a fear of acceptance. That fear is that the people won't accept you. Your parents won't accept you. A boss is not going to accept you. Your kids is not going to accept you. Your spouse, your twin flame, your soulmate, whatever it is. And those face masks, when it comes out, guess what's going to happen? When you remove the face mask, you remove them in the lower self, and you free up the energy in the higher self. Now the energy is going to help you to go. And if you are down, those face mask energies, because you learn it, how to get this energy, helps you to get up quicker after broken down, after you've been through rough moments, rough things. And now you understand that that energy that you were investing in, okay, not that energy, you don't investing anywhere. You investing in you. You heal yourself, you do your thing. And now this energy helps you in life. So that is the one reasons is the fear. You probably have a lot of fears in you. What's going to happen if I take my face mask off? What's beneath the mask? If you have a fear, then your lower self and your higher self have a fear, and you don't evolve. You guys know exactly what I'm saying to whoever I'm saying it right now. So if you got any questions or you need something, let me know. Another thing I want to say that the face mask could be coming in from internal part of yourself, and you might be having this face mask because you know who you are, and you feel like you have to put this face mask in order to be something that you present yourself. But that is the worst thing you do to yourself, not to somebody else. And there is a um, face mask about all your feelings, all your energy. There is a face mask about pretty much all the engagements in life you do that they can affect your life. How to recognize them? Number one thing you will recognize your face mask is the fear. Do you have a fear of that certain situation? So, for example, if you have fear to tell the truth to your parents, or the truth to your kids, or the truth to your spouse or significant other or your twin flame, the fear, it's kind of like the button of what you need to go against it. But once you overcome the fear, the first fear, and you understand how happy you are, you don't have to hide yourself. Oh gosh, you are going to love yourself. You're going to be the happiest thing in the world. I mean, when I started at my last job, that was probably like maybe 5, 6 years ago. I took off the face mask of Twin Flame. They asked me, what do you do, who you are, and I told them, guys, I'm a Twin Flame. And they're like, what is this? I'm like, it's a spatial soul relationships. I have a video channel. I do astrology, and yeah, I got that look. Okay, but with the time, people accept it. You see, with the time, if you don't have to hide yourself, people accept it. They accepted who I was. Okay. Now, guess what? You go to work and you do your job, you do your activities, you do your things, and so on. And you don't have to hide yourself. You don't. Because you hiding your happiness, your love, your success in life, your relationship with divine. Every time you have some kind of mask inside of you, is this, Josh, love the vulnerability. Yes, that's what you came here. You came to be this black sheep that it's not standard, doesn't fit on any boxes, okay? Made it by small minds that you have to fit in this box in order you to be. We came here to break this programming from society, from parents, from kids, how should we behave with kids, and so on and so on. But this human behavior, if you have a poor human behavior, then there's going to be some poor human behavior within it, because you put a face mask that you don't see poor human behavior. That mask's got to come off. This thing's got to come off, because if you have that mask on, for example, you will have all kind of like situations. Life will be miserable, and you don't understand why why you have this, because you're pretending that something happens, you don't see it. Ask for help. I mean, that's what the psychologists are. Go to a psychologist. Go tell them, listen, I have problems with this. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what is this situation is. Help me out. Let me understand. But guess what? You have a face mask that of fear of going to psychologist, because the psychologist is going to ask you to remove that face mask, right? But you don't see the positive side, that once you know the truth, you know how to react, you change yourself. That's what that is. That's the whole situation is about for it. The current astrological climate is perfect for redefining to. Yes, exactly, Josh. The current astrological energy, it's exactly for this. That's what I make the videos. That's what it is. Because if we don't recognize what's going on, then we cannot creating actions of the present. If you will put the blinders on us and we don't see, then you you're not happy. Why you're not happy? What is your primary missions in life? To be happy, happily ever after, to do the right things. But do you doing this? So, hi, Crystalline. Thanks for being here. Hi, Maria. Thank you for being here. Did I miss someone? I don't think so. I missed someone. Okay. So hello to everybody else who doesn't say hi, just listen. That's okay. Um, another thing that you may have as a face mask, that could be your own personality. You hiding that personality mask, and you create a different mask of your own personality. And you say, well, I'm not like this. I acting differently. I acting like that. But that personality mask, once it falls off for it and you see who you truly are, you begin to change, to evolve. That's the inner work. But during this process of personality work, you have to make the decision. You have to decide that you are not going to be your false self. You are going to be your true self for it. You make that decisions of crossing this boundary from within. That inner fight with this face mask is probably going to be your strongest one that you might have to face for it. Maria Richards, thank you for being here. Irresistible. With greetings, irresistible. How's everyone? I'm doing okay. I did something on my car, by the way. Just you guys ask. Doing fine. I did some work. They need some little bit more work, but as a process. Okay, it's a work in process so far. I've done some things, and today I'm successfully happy with one of the problems that I had because I fixed it on my own. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good job, Dio. All right. Yeah, you have to do this yourself. All right. When you do your inner work, you have to say you did good. That part of you did good is not about somebody else to tell you and get the things for it. But anytime you do something, go buy yourself a little gift. Go buy yourself maybe an ice cream or a chocolate, or treat yourself with a dinner in a restaurant, or go buy yourself a pizza. Something that you kind of like rewarding yourself. Every time you remove your face mask, okay, uh, go do something for you. Go buy a new clothes, or maybe a new pair of jeans, or whatever it is you like, and get that face mask off. If you have a fear, and for example, you have any fear, now it's a good moment. I just talked to a very good friend of mine. He is also here in Bulgaria, and we were talking about that. The people, there could be a high vibrations around us, high energy, but the people have this uh, low vibes because of the country they are or the situations they are, and the things they are and the life that they live, the lifestyle that they live, it's kind of like forcing them to stay in these low vibes in order to survive. And the survival mode, okay, it's one of the modes that it's kind of like a crucial because you have to survive. But wearing a mask because of your survival issue can lead to a lot of disasters because of you don't recognize this low vibes for it. Okay, I think we have some questions. Yes, and another thing it is if you recognize any of a fear in you, okay, talk to someone during with that person that we talk during that. I would like to say thanks to him, by the way, but during the Mercury retrograde, when the energies are focused back within internal within you, but there is also people you sharing things, you communicate things, and during this Mercury retrograde, if you caught it, any fear of you that you kind of like struggle with it or you recognize it and how to overcome that fear, find someone to talk about this fear because they may help you, they may gonna give you a key how you to remove that face mask for it. I see some questions. Maria, I tend to adjust my mask so I can relate it with others. Why would you want to relate with others? And why you have to adjust that face mask? What could have happened if, I'll tell you what could have happened when you take that mask off. You will find who is your true friend because the true friend is one who, one second, my throat is dry. The true friend is one who knows where you've been, he knows what you're going through, and he supports you to what you're going to become. I bet you, Maria, if you take that mask off and you become your true self about friendships and with others, guess what's going to happen? I will tell you that probably 95% of the people, if that's 100 people, let's say that's 100 people, 95% of the people, they're just going to walk out of the way, out of your life, just like that. Because they cannot do what you did. Energetically, they're going to feel like you cuckoo or something. You're not fitting anymore with us because you're not wearing a mask. Since you're not wearing a mask, but we are wearing our masks, guess what? Here we go. 95% is going to go away. All right. 4 of these people, they're going to come in and talk to you what they did, and they're going to work on this to take their face mask off. One person who's going to take the mask off. Okay. So you need to look at it that every time you take your mask off like this, there is going to be some consequences. You're probably going to lose friends. You're going to lose relatives. You're going to lose the fruits that forcing you to have that face mask. You're going to lose the people that forcing you to wearing it because they telling you, in order you to have the relationship with me, you have to act like this. Put your face mask and put your act together. Put your mask on. Yep. You know what I did with this, right? Yeah, there you go. Bingo. Now I know I felt that you understand that. I know you did. All right. So let's see what's the other question. My husband and I went out to a gorgeous dinner last night. What the reward? It's a great thing. It is a great thing. Did you have a mask over there at dinner? Or it was great? I want to know. That is something I feel. Um, okay. Amy Howell. Hi, Amy. Going through heavy inner alchemy. I'm crazy. Feel kind of like going insane, but it's okay. Only temporary. Just intense progressions, transits. Yeah. Well, here's the thing that Jupiter right now, because it's in a fire energy, it's sending trines throughout the fire signs, but it begins to create squares and opposition, creates two squares, which is towards Cancer and Capricorn, and also opposition to Libra, which is mean that I have to work on me, not the relationships with others. That's what this process is. It's going to be a good process, very good process. That's why this transitions of the planets right now in areas, there's going to be a lot of inner work, because if you don't fix yourself, if you don't take your face mask yourself, nobody can get them out of you. You put them on, you take them off. What else? And the upgrades will be next level, most probably. Maybe yes, there's gonna be some lot of progress is done, and now the sun is gonna approach the north node. A lot of you probably waiting for a message of where your life should be. A lot of you may be stepping up on your own destiny. Okay. Um, a lot of you is gonna feel that, and since the north node and the sun and Taurus, you are going to evaluate your personal relationships in your destiny within the material world against Scorpio, because Scorpio tends to manipulate the things with others. Okay. Scorpio likes to work with the material possessions of others for his own benefit. And sometimes this thing is not the right thing. You might find out yourself that you're going to reevaluate how you do material life with others and figure out what's the proper thing. That's the south and the north node. And when the sun goes in there, which is, I think it's like in 2 days or 1 day or wherever, you're going to feel that. Okay? You're going to feel it. There is something's going to happen. You gotta have to have a balance. It's gotta maintain this balance of the force, because of without balance, you won't be able to evolve, because either the one or the other is going to affect you and pulls you down. But once you balance the lower self and the higher self, then you will understand that magic within you with the higher and the lower self. You will unite yourself. And when you unite yourself, here we go. You will love for no reason. Okay. Let's see what else it's got here. Absolutely. The mountain body is shedding. Yes, you need to shed the layers out. Those face masks is that layers for Crystalline. We must be true to ourselves. Yes, exactly. We have to be true to ourselves. Otherwise, we lie yourself, we confuse yourself, and guess what? We can create the mental issues within ourselves. Notice the moodness about lately. Everyone it's on a short fuse, it seems. Oh yes, Josh. Everybody is on a short fuse. Why? Why they are on a short fuse? Because a guilt. Guilt that the old stuff that they did in the past cycle, they haven't finished. And now they have a short fuse because the new cycle begins and they're going to repeat the same thing. They don't know what's going on. and that's why they're nervous. We know what's going on because we know energies, we know astrology, we know through other things, through life, and so on. But people, they will have a short fuse. Plus, the shift within the sky that goes on. If they're not up to the energy, but the energy is affecting them, they will have a really short fuse. And also, Mars is in Pisces. And until Mars doesn't come out of the Pisces, confusions can create additional energy of short fuse. It's like you trying to ask somebody, what did you do this and this? And he's confused and he's like, just, I don't want to talk to you. Just get out of my way. Just, I don't know. And blows away. Here's your Mars in actions in Pisces. Okay. I have to keep my tongue in check. Yeah, sometimes we have to keep the tongue behind our teeth because of people fighting with themselves. And since when they're fighting with themselves, in order to feel better, they want to fight with somebody else. And when I put other people's down, they're like, well, this person is more miserable than me. I got my anger out, then I'm much better. That's really better. This person doesn't know what kind of huge self deception mask he has in him. And that face mask in the family can affect people. Yep. Um, we alternate many things right now. We are tentative to too many things. Yes, Maria, we are attentive, and there's gonna be some this new cycle is gonna be good for soul evolution. It's gonna bring a lot of new truths because all those planets that were packed in Aquarius on Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces for all this time. We did a lot of inner work in there to not bring all that crap from old ages, beliefs, and everything else into the new. Uh, we're gonna feel this midsummer for it. Uh, like I see, so you're correct. The love sending it play, and you're confirming it. Yes, that's the root of after fighting with ourselves for it, either inwardly or outwardly. So glad to have a planet not in Pisces. Oh, Amy, yeah. Well, you need to understand, though, Amy. Pisces is everything's got its positive and negative sides. Uh, Pisces, that is the last thing of the cycle of life. In Pisces, that is the death of the things to not serve purpose, and that's what people go into this confusions in there that they have to figure it out. This behind the veil things, the hidden things, and in Pisces, through that confusion, you find reality for new beginning. And that's when that cycles of life go through. I mean, I explained earlier that the 12 zodiac signs, that's like a 1 year of your evolution. So if you know how old you are right now, you will find yourself where you are, on what stage. Okay. So for example, the first house represents the way you look in life, and it's responsible how you act as 1 year old, but the same thing as 13-year old. Okay, because after 12 years you become a teenager, and that's why this confusion uh, transition from 12-year-old to 13. Okay, a lot of transitions goes on in there. And that's what a lot of the people have to be figuring it out themselves. I mean, if you need astrology readings, you guys, I don't have to tell you. Find me on the Facebook, and we'll get into the bottom of the things if you need some help. But that's what this is right here. Uh, here we go. So if you take a look, let me put it proper way. Here you go. That's what this is. Okay. So here is Aries. That is the beginning. The second one is Taurus. Then it's Gemini. And if you look at the up here and you go around, okay, you're gonna re-enter Aries again. So that is a 13 years of life. You go around and around. Now I'm a 48-year-old. Guess what? I have to look at it where I'm at. My fourth cycle, maybe. So development stages. Yes, development. That's right. Let's see. Um, so glad to have a planet in Pisces. Oh, wow. Thank you, dear, for this. Help me with untangling my Scorpio placements. You're welcome. Maria, what do you have in Scorpio? It's kind of like important because in Scorpio, because Scorpio, it's the higher vibrations of Libra, but it's missing the cardinal air from Libra because Scorpio, it's emotion. Scorpio, it's sexuality, the secret desire, the work with material things with others, but also the Scorpio lesson there. It's there. It is about learning the lessons from Libra to be the truth. A lot of the Scorpios, they have issues of, I know the truth for me, but I won't tell the truth for others. And sometimes if you have things like this in there, you might be, if you have a negative aspects, you might be hiding truths. Okay. But if you have a planet that only have a positive things, that's mean it came here to expose the dark secrets to the world. Depends of what planet is there, what things are. Scorpio in the 12th house. So if you have a Scorpio as a 12th house, that's mean that deep inside of ending your cycles, deep inside in the end, you will probably figure out that you're hiding a lot of things. You hiding, if it's a negative aspects, you will find that you self-sabotaging yourself. Maybe you have a lucid dreams or confusions or this kind of like a false imaginations stuff. But if it is a positive things, you may be putting this dark informations out. It all depends of what's there. Okay, what planet could be there? Some of the generations they have Uranus there, and if it's retrograde, then you have something to do about getting the truth out to the world. Some have a Saturn there, and that could be closed emotions. In a positive way, that's going to be a person who shows up the solutions for those closed emotions. On the negative way, though, if it is, that's mean that you might create a self jail yourself, a lack of emotions, a lack of ability to love. It's so many other things that are involved because Saturn, it's the teacher. So, for example, if Saturn is in Scorpio, in there, the 12th house can lead also to lack of self love, but also love towards others. By learning this process, you learn how to love. That's what is there in the first place, because Saturn is the teacher. He's going to teach you the good way or the bad way. The result's going to be the same. You'll learn what the reality is. And that's what is good with Saturn for it. Unearthing South Phytic and Taurus energies now. Yeah, Taurus is good. Let me tell you, the Taurus energy, it's good as long as you don't use the 2-year-old that wants to know everything, goes around and creates all this mess. Okay, the Taurus 2-year-old has to be taken care of. It has to be brought in. He's thirsty of knowledge about the earth. The earthly matters. Okay, take the 2-year-old with you. Go take him to the kitchen. That's what I did to my kids. Okay, when they wanted to know, and I opened the drawers, and this is the dishes. They're looking interesting. I bring the dish, have him touch it, then I show him all the rest of the kitchen stuff around. Okay, and they're interesting. That's what they're going around. That's what they want to touch everything. I show him a book. I show the DVD, how the DVD is. We take the DVD, when I'll put it into the DVD player, and they learn. The 2-year-old wants to learn. I begin to walk around now here, and I need to know what to do with all this stuffs around me. But when a 2-year-old goes by himself and goes makes a mess everywhere, you're like, no, 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 no. And guess what? Now that 2-year-old develop fear inside himself of this no, 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 no. Instead of you like, listen, not now. Let's do it like this. And if you do, and the 2-year-old, you show him his favorite movie DVD, where is that? The 2-year-old will go in there, will get the movie. He's gonna come to you and he's gonna show you this. You're probably experiencing this, and now you know you have to put the DVD in there to play with it. I have a Taurus moon, 12th house, such a deep placement. Uh, Let me ask you questions. What was your mom's control over how you should react with your material things? Did she programming you and telling you what to do with all the material possessions? Let me know. Okay, you guys have some any more questions? I'm kind of like dying for a cigarette. It's been 1 hour for it. I can take a couple of questions. My mom passed away when I was very young. Notorious 12 house moon story. So, lack of a mother figure. Who was taking that mother figures in your life, Amy? It's got to be a someone. If there was no one, then probably was the universe. Similar energy up here for. But my grandma was actually my mom. So yeah, sometimes the moon and the sun in 12th house talks about a loss of parent. Yeah, that's where that comes from. For it. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, usually what happens with the souls that's been suffering so much without parents, they came here and they know how to give. And the reason they know how to give is because they know what it is to have nothing. Yeah, you're probably a giver, aren't you? Jenny Scott. It was my birthday. All right, everybody, let's wish happy birthday to Jenny. So here is, I'm gonna sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jenny. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo! All right. Um, hmm. and uh, one of the face mask, actually, that was a good thing. Amy, you brought us something uh, for the face mask of stinginess. You're stingy. You don't give. If you haven't learned how to give, that's mean you haven't learned how to really receive. People may give you something, but you don't recognize it, what the giving is. If you don't know how to give, why you don't giving? Because something happened, some situation, or you pretending as you giving. That part of energies of things that goes on for. And why you don't give? Because the people who gives, okay, they know what they give. They understand. The giver at some point is back to himself, because they don't have a boundaries of giving, okay, which is not healthy. I learned that on my own. But the giver understands why they give. They need to give because they know how it is with people without nothing, and that is an empathic part. But if you don't give, and you're stingy with material things, you also will be a stingy with love things, and that is a about it. Amy, I give my unconditional empathy and compassion with unusual bites me in the ass. And now I protect myself more with my energy. Yeah, you gotta protect your rear end. Yeah, I know. Uh, Personal experience here. You learn this in the hard lessons, especially with people who say one thing but did something completely different. You know exactly what I mean. That's what probably you went through, didn't you? Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? But guess what? You grow up more stronger. You right now can recognize the people who pretend, and people who doesn't do things, and you recognize things now. You look the world differently, because there was a face mask on you that you think that everyone is like you, doesn't it? And if there is no true self in you, and you don't get to this part specifically about love, you won't recognize it in others. But if you do it in you, you send out that vibes out there so everybody can tap into these vibes and change themselves. So if somebody asks you, do you love your work? And you say, yeah, I love my work. And they're like, surprising. I just hear it, somebody loves their work. And they're like, yeah, I love my work. I mean, I'm missing my job, to tell you the truth, to have this brainstorming of what the machine is wrong and fixing the machines. And uh, I call them a toys, because to me these machines are like, I know them, they're my passion. When I go to work, yeah, I don't like to go do what's called preventive maintenance, because of it's all this greasy job and all this oil changes and all the crazy stuff and all these things. But when the machine is broke down and I gotta go fix it, I feel good. and I'm missing it. I'm missing it, digging it, using my brain about this. But yeah, you gotta love your job. Okay, if you don't love your job or you're forced in your job, what is that face mask on you for it? So yeah, you guys have so many more questions? Harsh reality to face, but better to care hard than not be able to open my heart at all. Yes. And guess what, Amy? Once you open up your heart to that level, now you understand your full power. You take off that face mask of you. Now you understand what it's mean to love in full and unconditionally. You will understand this. And you understand the power behind it. You will understand the divine power behind it. You will understand the universe power behind it. It's whole another like door to like another dimension that comes in. You're gonna get into this new energies out. How can we use the upcoming energies for twin connection? Uh, right now, the energies are about one thing: self evaluation and self improvement. Lack of communication because of lack of trust. Also, Mercury retrograde. It's not a good to solve relationships, because if you haven't solved a relationship within you with your twin flame, all you're gonna do is creating disasters. Okay, it has been every Mercury retrograde. I have a people who comes after me during the Mercury retrograde. I send this energy, I send these things, I send that stuff, and now he doesn't want to talk to me. And it's like, yeah, well, you went out the boogieing the tiger when the tiger wanted to sleep, and you kind of like bite him for the tail, and now he's like, stay away from me, don't suppress me. You gotta look at it, the things simply. Um, and Maria said, like self review. Yes. Now it's time for self review. I made a video about the Jupiter, because here is what's going on right now. Okay. So you guys want to know what's coming. I will tell you what's coming. What's coming is that now the moon and Mars and Jupiter is going to come in Aries, and there's going to be this. Yeah, we got the train and the station. We're going to go get the train. And I think I did my job and I did everything that it needs to be. And I want to take off on the train and I want to be okay. But the train is Jupiter. And now the train is take off the station. And during this period, you're traveling, okay? And all of a sudden, if you're not the truth to it yourself, the train's gonna says like, well, this and this passengers, they're not true to themselves. They're gonna be transferred to another train. And guess what? You go in that train, and that train brings you back. It's gonna brings you back in Pisces, back to the confusions. And now you're confused. Why you've been taken off of the train that goes forward? You did not did the real job. You just thought you did the real job. You just think about that you did that real job. You didn't actually did it. So divine says, go back in, grow yourself. And then I'm gonna put the train back in. So Jupiter's gonna go back in Aries again. And then if you did the right things, you get on the train. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You had a visions probably in the past 2 months about this. It's kind of like, I better get my rear end to do some work. Yeah, you guys know. some of you out there, I feeling it. Irina, hi Irina. Thank you for being here. Irina, just as you say hello, we talked about the masks that we put it on and the lack of it. And the biggest mask we put on, it's about love. And if you have a mask in front of you, or that's mean you love someone because of a reason. But once that face mask goes off, the way you know that that mask is go off, it's when somebody ask you why you love me, and you answer, I don't know, I just do. Because the love doesn't come in the form of a mind, because the mind tells you why you love this person to know, but from the heart to feel. And that's what it is. Okay. Others around you are narcissists is because you are running from your own narcissist ego tendency. Your twin reflects the sight the most. It's learning the dance between shadow and light. Everyone has these shadows to clear. No one is exempt. Yes, nobody is exempt from that, including me. But I stated this before. Before you diagnosed or you accept your twin flame or significant other, or wherever the situation is, you think he's a narcissist or she's a narcissist, please, I kind of like asking you, please educate yourself on what narcissist is. And 10, take a look your situation with a narcissist, your relationship with a narcissist. What kind of narcissist we're talking about? Because if your twin flame had a narcissist relationship for over 10 or more years, he become the narcissist because of that. But if you prior to that, the parents had a narcissistic behavior, they maybe develop an early childhood. It's one or the other, okay? And if you look at yourself as a narcissistic behaviors, you have a traits from it, because those traits they attract them, because if the one has it, so is the other, okay? But if you look at it, this narcissistic empathic relationship, the one actually helps the other to see the truth. Okay? For example, the empath sees the truth about the dark, but also the dark learns the unconditional love from you, something they're looking for it. Okay? So you may have a toxic things. For example, I have a toxic things because of my previous relationship, marriage. Okay? Nobody's perfect, right? But don't misunderstanding, or I will suggest that if you can cross your minds about narcissism within the relationship or narcissistic traits from within, I will really suggest you to go to a psychologist. Go. There is nothing bad about this. Go talk to a psychologist. Okay. Self-help is great. You to go ahead and educate yourself. That is great. All right. But to look at it, these situations, I will suggest you to go to a psychologist and go do the things, because you need to know the truth. Okay. Because the narcissist has a tendencies of repeating things over and over. Okay, like abandoning people. They have a tendency of lies. They have a tendency of holding something. That could be money, that could be situations, and so on and so on. uh, they kind of like have this tendency of disappear. It just, or they have a tendency to talk about things, but not what they did wrong. Okay, so okay, let's see what else is going on in here. Everyone has these shadows to clear. Yes, our experience in our life and understand it makes us who we are inside. Exactly, it makes us who we are inside, but the face mask has to fall off. Very good. I'm saying if your twin is one, you hold the behaviors as well to an outside perspective. We can be bad guys, narcissists in their reality. The level of narcissism in twin is reflected from you. We collectively playing blame games with one another, not realizing is stemming from within. Lee, um, it's all that narcissistic games for it. It's all kind of like a part between of uh, excuses or trying to make the blame of the others. One thing, because there was quite a few people connect with me about this narcissism, was so funny. Even my roommate and a friend here talk about this, and he himself, he is that, and we talk a lot about it. Okay, people who contact me in the past, maybe 6 months, they all experiencing this narcissism, and I was like, God damn, can you somebody not mention that word anymore? It was a point of um, I was talking to someone and from the States, and he's like, I think my twin flame is a narcissist. And I was like, I just like, okay, stop, educate yourself. Okay, but if you're attracting a narcissist, okay, there is the attractions that is deadly, kind of like attraction with an empath and narcissist. Why? Because the light has to face the dark, and the dark has to face the light to it. If my twin is a narcissist, yes, I have to have something in me that was from narcissistic traits. And when I look at it in me, that narcissistic traits I kind of like developed because of the ex relationship, but I look at it even further than that. Okay, I went to further to parents. I went even further than that. I went to the grandparents. So I begin to understand why, culture wise, they did this. Then I understand my parents' issues. Then I look at it, my issues. That was an inheriting thing. All right. That is an inheriting thing. And if you look at yourself, where did you get that from? Okay. And if you're the black sheep in the family, that's what you came for, to stop, to cut that part inside of you, to cut it off. But yeah, there's going to be a something that's going to be related to it. Because if your twin flame is a narcissist, you're the only one who can see what they need to fix. You will probably know secrets that nobody knows about it. You probably know things that nobody sees about it. You might see things behind this face mask, and that can create a whole lot of troubles. So I think that's what this is. Um, okay. Maria, as children, we learn those traits. Our personality dictate tendencies. Yes, a lot of the narcissism it's learned into the childhood. And if you developing in a childhood. For example, if you don't give your choice to kids, you're not going to give things as a teenager, then you're not going to give love as an adult, because giving, it's actually evolving love to mature within love. And that is the one thing within developing this narcissism. But you have to, I mean, each case is differently, but don't determine anything. I'm going to repeat to yourself that again, that this is about human psychological behavior. The soul has the power to override it and do all this and fix it. Love can fix everything. But if the human behavior is not fixed, then you won't be able to fix the other behaviors as well. That is another face mask for it. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Wow, that was a good talk. That was a good talk for the beginning of this. I would kind of like, from bottom of my heart, I want to ask you to be honest to yourself. I will ask you to go face your mirror. I will ask you to go ahead and face your fears and take this goddamn face masks away from you. Like the face mask you put in during COVID. You know how much you hate putting that thing all the time in you. Take a look. Take a look at yourself. Do you deserve happiness, love, compassion, intimacy, happy life, happy kids, happy family? And make up your mind what do you want to do. Because it's your life. It's by you. It's a self-work. Don't go out there and point out fingers to your twin flames and it's like, hey, you have this face mask, you know, we have this, and that. You put the energy towards somebody else. No, it's you. I don't want you to go to somebody and tell them all that stuff. Do it in yourself. Be an example. Be a thing of this face mask that falls off. Okay? All right, guys. Love you. Be love. I'll see you tomorrow.